welcome back to another video here on the channel. If you're new around here, I do Linux content, some BSD content, hell, just give my opinions half the time. So if that sounds interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button, stick around. It's going to be interesting. But today we're going to be talking about a nice little screenshot utility that I've been using for the past little bit. It's called Flameshot, and if you wanted to get it, especially if you're on Arch, you can just do or for me, I have a bash alias set up, so I can just type P, and that's my do as or sudo, whichever one you use to get root privileges, and Pacman. I've just made it a lot easier, and then -S and Flameshot. And then it will ask you for your password and you can install it. So it should be, I don't know about every distribution, but as far as I know, when it comes to Linux, I believe Flameshot's in just about everyone's repos. So you should be able to install it. Pretty simple and straightforward. But what makes Flameshot such a fantastic screenshot utility, in my opinion? Flameshot is not the type of tool that most people typically use when it comes to taking a screenshot on Linux. Most people use a very simple, straightforward tool where you can just bind it to a keyboard shortcut and it takes a picture of your entire screen. Simple, easy, straightforward. If you need to go do any edits to it afterwards, you can, but it's just a simple take the entire screenshot, output it. Flameshot, on the other hand, is much more designed for the type of screenshots that I need a screenshot utility for. For me, when I'm taking a screenshot, almost always, I'm never really wanting the entire screen to be screenshotted. I just need a part of it. So we're here on Odysee, and I'm going to go through and show you how this works. So you'll see up here in the top right hand corner this purple icon that is Flameshot, but I'll go ahead and quit it, and I'll just open up my launcher and we'll put in Flameshot, and once you open it, you'll see it'll pop up in your sys tray. Hello, I'm here. Click on the icon in the tray to take a screenshot, or click a right button to see more options. And before we go ahead and get into what's really cool and the UI and everything about Flameshot, let's right click on it and we'll go in here, and you've got some different options. You can just click take a screenshot and it'll open it up. You can open a launcher, which if you open that up, you'll get this right here where you can set, just a rectangular position, any delay or anything you want on the screenshot. And yeah, it's just a simple little thing that's really not, to be honest, I don't really see many people using the launcher at all, but hey, it's there if you want it. And then if we hop into configuration here, you can change the UI color. You can set which different tools will be available. If you don't need some of these, you can remove them. Which we'll get into some of these tools and using them here in a second. But should you not want any of these here, I believe for me, all of these were, I didn't go in here and turn on any. They're all just on by default. And then you can go in here and change the way it'll output a file. And so for me, I have it just as the date or the time, and then the time right here, and then full date. So it's really not too complicated, but you can change, if you want your pictures or screenshots to come out in a specific naming scheme, you set it up here. And then you've got the general settings, which you can, turn, like if you don't want it to show the tray icon, you can have it not show it. If you want it to launch at startup, you got that option there. And then you can also have it where it'll copy the file path after you save it, if you want that. And then also you can go over here to shortcuts, and you can change all the shortcuts you have the option to when you go in and want to take a screenshot. The only ones that it won't let you change are the, quit capture, which is escape, which I don't think anyone really needs to have that one changed. I feel like that's pretty straightforward, maybe for, if you're going to be taking screenshots literally all the time, maybe that's something you need. But I feel like the options that you have in here to change the shortcuts is plenty. So there we go. Those are the different configuration options you have. And when you do a left click or just the regular click on the icon, you'll get this option here to take a screenshot. And because I haven't disabled anything for you guys, you'll see over here on the left hand side you have tool settings, which if you click on it, which it also tells you the keyboard shortcut right here in the middle to be able to also bring it up. But you can change your color picker and stuff like that. We'll get out of there. And then I'll just go ahead and read this. Select an area with a mouse or press escape to exit. Press enter to capture the screen. Press right click to show a color picker, and then use the mouse wheel to change the thickness of your tool and press space to open the side panel. So let's go ahead and say that I wanted to take a screenshot of this right here, a bit harder with the insults with Tech over T. All I'd have to do is click and start dragging, and I can highlight that. And then you'll get all of these different options here to do stuff to the screenshot before you actually save it. So right down here you have save the capture, and when you click that, it'll bring up this window here where you can save it. But let's go back in here. If I actually can click where I'm supposed to. So there we go. So now you've got all these different tools. Awesome. Dogs are going to start barking. Sick. Okay. I think they've calmed down. But so you've got all these different options here, and I'll go through them because these, I feel like, really make this a really solid screenshot utility. Because again, for me, this is the type of thing that I'm going to be doing, taking just a portion of the screen, and you know, I'm going to be most likely doing some edits to it or something afterwards. So it's nice to have all of these different options right here. But we'll go through it. You have the option of selecting a pencil and drawing on the image, should you want to do that. And again, you can go over to the color picker and, you know, change your color. That's not a problem. But we'll go ahead and you can also do Control Z and it'll get rid of whatever you've done. And then we've got a line. And so you can just do a line, pretty straightforward. Don't think that's difficult to understand at all. And then this is also an arrow, which could definitely come in handy. I see that being pretty useful for most people, so I like that that's there. Then you also have a rectangle tool, so you could, you know, draw a rectangle, or excuse me, wait, hold on, was that a square? Set the selection. Never mind. That was selecting, but you can also select with the color, or you can do a actual like complete box of a color. And I don't really see this being that useful, but maybe, you know, someone's got a use for it. Just drawing a big box over the screenshot that you're going to take. And then you've also got the tool to draw a little circle around anything you need. Then you've got the marker, which this is like at first when I saw marker, I thought it was actually the pencil tool over here where you draw on it. This is like a highlight tool. So you could, like, you know, just do a little highlight selection. Really like that. That's pretty cool. Like, you know, if you're taking some text and you're trying to screenshot it, you want to highlight some things, draw some arrows to stuff. I feel like this could also come in handy for like not necessarily notes, but like when you're writing notes and you're also trying to leave some like visual references, this comes in pretty handy. Then you also have the text here, and so you can just select and then oh, well, if I do it right, there we go. And then you can just start typing, and you know, you can select it and change different options. I am just now forgetting how to do. Oh, there it is. So yeah, you go up here into the tool settings. For some reason, for a second there, I was like, is it going to be here? I can't remember. Yeah, it's here. You just got to go into your tool settings. You can change the font, size, all that good stuff. So you've got plenty of different options here. Let me Control Z, get rid of that. And then here's the one that I really think is cool as it's built into the screenshot utility. Let's say I want to take the screenshot here, but I want to, you know, give my boy here some privacy and not show his face. All I got to do is use the pixelate tool. I can just draw over that, and it gives it that good Gaussian blur. So, you know, it's just harder to make out details. I think that's super cool that it's built into the screenshot utility. And then you can upload stuff straight to Imager, and then you can also choose an app to open the capture. So if I click right there, I can just choose GIMP, and it will open up my screenshot that I took right in GIMP. No problem. No problem at all. I honestly think this is a really, really good screenshot utility. It's very, very well made, and I don't think it's something that's necessarily meant to replace any screenshot utility that you currently use. You know, if you use a screenshot utility that's pretty simplified, pretty straightforward, and and you mainly have it just set to a key binding, and it just takes a picture of the entire screen. I feel like this right here is, it's different from that. It's not meant to be a simple tool that just takes a picture of your whole screen. This is meant to be something where you're like me, you're going to be taking screenshots of specific stuff on your screen, and it would just be nice if your screenshot utility had quite a few options for you to edit it before you even got in here to GIMP. And I don't have to do any of the stuff that I did or could do in there here in GIMP. It's just something that I think it saves you just a little bit of time. I think it's a very, very cool tool. Hopefully this piqued your interest in it, and if it's something you've been looking for a good screenshot utility, or you haven't been, but now you know which screenshot utility you're going to use, that'd be great. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button. And yeah, if you want to see more of my videos, I post them pretty frequently, hit that subscribe button. Helps out. And I'll be throwing up the screen of all the supporters I have over on Odysee, LBRY, and LibrePay. LibrePay, if you want to go support me over there, I would very much appreciate it. But everybody who supports me over here on YouTube by liking, subscribing, and then all the people over, maybe you're watching me on Odysee, hopefully you are. If you're watching me over there, when you tip me, do anything, like the video, share it, anything, those help tremendously. Tremendously? Okay, English is breaking down for me right now. I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you guys. You're all great. I'll see you in the next one.